heard different narratives about the Peace Corps when I came in, and knowing that positioned me well to understand some of the challenges related to Peace Corps.
I'm very much a child of the 60s. I'm kind of an old hippie.
Yeah, I actually consider myself Malian American or African American. I consider myself black as well.
I'm American.
I'm a bit Indonesian, I'm a bit Australian, I'm a bit Indian, I'm a bit American, and slowly I'm becoming also a bit Senegalese as well.
Identity is what makes up your core being, the center of you that you refer to when you have to make decisions or make changes, and something that in this instance, for example, this is all a big change obviously, and I think it's my identity and our identities as volunteers that kind of ground us and help us to know who we are.
I also see identity as something that can be pretty fluid, that grows and changes over time. But I think for me, it's being receptive to having something that's malleable and that's able to transform.
My parents are from Mali, and so I was raised in a Malian household. We speak Bambara. My mom still cooks traditional food.
I'm from Florida. Grew up, my father is a teacher and my mother is a retired military.
Having grown up on a small family farm, I think has a lot to do with who I am.
My mom tried to instill these Malian values on me, which I think are very much so the same here in Senegal in terms of the way women should behave, the way they should act, the way they should put themselves forward. And I never, ever listened to those suggestions they gave me, by the way.
There are all these little things, but, it's the sum of all parts that maybe is what I truly am, not so much these individual things. And the larger picture is hard to see. Maybe it's like an impressionist painting where you're up close and all the little details are so obvious and different, but when you pull away, the bigger picture coalesces and it becomes understood.
I kind of knew what to expect because Mali and Senegal are not so far away in terms of cultural values, in terms of religious values, in terms of setting as well. So for me, my expectations when I came to Senegal are exactly what I expected. The attitudes people put forth are exactly what I expected. The food, exactly what I expected.
I started thinking about what I was going to do after I finished working full-time, and rather than retire somewhere and spend my days building birdhouses, I thought maybe I could do something worthwhile.
I thought it was a very honest way of trying to do good work in the world as well, while also challenging these notions that I also had for myself about being flexible and adaptable.
It's kind of hard to get across how difficult the adjusting to a new culture is, a new language, and especially for us being dropped into a new family.
You almost have to arrange yourself so you fit in a puzzle piece that you're not used to. And that's because I think you don't want to stick out, you don't want to offend anyone in a way, you just want to somehow integrate as best as possible so you can do your work and give back to your community as best as possible.
I guess with the language, it's kind of hard to just be yourself. I say all the time, I feel like I'm not Susie Rodriguez, but I'm Kumba Drame.
A lot of people confuse me for Mauritanian, but when I say that I'm American, they're like, "Are you really American?" I say yes.
I have to arrange myself and change things about me. Not completely change who I am, but make sure that I'm respecting the values and the cultural values I'm a part of here in Senegal, while at the same time keeping my identity.
Certain standards of living has changed. I don't know. I feel like before I would never eat something that fell off the floor, but now I really don't care. It's food, and I eat sand all the time.
We all want to bring back some feeling for the people that we're living with and working with.
I'm still evolving here, but what is evolving and where I'm going to go, I'll only be able to really know at the end of service.
Oh yeah, definitely. Senegal is coming with me everywhere I go. Everywhere. Amadou Bamba no beli Touba. Amadou Bamba.